Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just a second. All right. All right. There's that part. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It'll take a second for the camera to start streaming, but we should be all good here. Say hello to everybody. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's say hello to everybody. Very excited to be here. Hope everybody's doing great. We got Cheese Grade Trader. We got C. Fazio. We got Devin. We got Omar, Kevin, Manuel, Ivano, JB, Dave, Randy, Kevin, Sebastian, Delroy, Bill, Lewis, Bugs, John, Dave, Brian, James, Hopium Addict, David, Robert, Warren, Javad, the Sassy Trainer, Flying Ronin, Steve, Tom, Walt, Dave, Steven, Rihanna, Randy, Steven, good morning. Good morning, John, Jeff. Good morning, everybody. Jody, Robert, Matt, Gregory, Stan, David, Brian, Michael, Pat, Al, Richard, Timothy, Piety Brock, Jim, Yakov. Yay. How are you, Jim? Richard, Robert, Don, John. Good morning, John. John had a good day yesterday. He was sending me emails. Ray, we got another Ray. We got Brian. We got Genevieve. We got Jill. We got Deanna. We got Richard from Puente Gorda. Good morning, Richard. Scotty, Wade, Delbert, Harold. Eagle Beagle is in the house. Kevin, Mark, Thomas, Teresa, Diamond, Peanut, Naples fan, Eduardo. Sean is in the house. Spider Monkey's here. Brian, Lori, Barry. Hey, Barry. Ralph, Tom, Frank, Art, Colette, Next Gen. If I'm mispronouncing anybody's name, that's the last thing I want to do. If I apologize. We got a lot of people here. Is what we got. We got Ralph. We got Tom, Barry, Ralph, Tom, Frank. We got Colette, Next Gen, James, Ivan. Hey, Ivan, how are you? You've been nailing the market. Thank you, Peter. Good morning, Peter. Hope you're well. Teresa, Mark, Omar. Hello, Omar. Whitco, Richard. Good morning, Richard. JB, Armin, Mark, Shaman, Sergey, Duzzy, Bob. Good morning, Bob. Good to see you, John. Chad, Charlie, Clyde is here. David, Mark, William. Good morning, William. Bobby, Edward, Mike. Good morning, Nathan. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, MG Andianco. If I'm mispronouncing your name, I am so sorry. David, uh, Mura Salim, Diamond Jen. Yeah, shutdown number 2, right? Jason, good morning. Bob, Scampy, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's doing really, really well. Illinois grain farmer, Michael. We'll be starting in just a second. Just a second. I don't have to rush to work today since I'm working from home. I'm leaving today. Just to give you some feedback, I'm not taking off work. I'll be working, but I'm going to be traveling today. I'm leaving for the airport right around 1 o'clock after the VIP room. And I'm going to be heading to Miami for a few days to help my aunt with some stuff. And I'll be working from there. I'm not really going for a vacation. I'm just going to help her out with some stuff. She's older and I need to help her with some stuff. And I'll be working from there. And you shouldn't really notice much of a difference between me being here or not. And I'm flying back Monday night. So you guys shouldn't really notice me being missing very much. I may be a little less chatty than usual tomorrow, but that's about it. And I'll be doing a class on Saturday. So I'm not really going to leave you guys in the lurches or anything. I'll be here in the morning tomorrow. I'll be here in the afternoon tomorrow, but I'm just letting you know that I'll be leaving a little early today to head to the airport, and I'll be trading from the airport. My wife will be driving. So just wanted to give you my schedule. Here's the link for the VIP room. As far as you guys are concerned, there shouldn't be really much of a difference. Just kind of letting you know what's going on in my life. That's all. Here's the link for the VIP room. Thank you. Thank you. It's a 30-minute flight, but I appreciate it. Yeah, that was a nice looking pig yesterday we saw. That was a great picture. I got some more too. Pictures of man, I love pork. I'm a bad Jew, you know? I'm a bad Jew. I love pork too much. Bad Jew, bad Jew. Hey, Junior. How are you, Junior? Good to see you here. All right, all right. Let's begin. I just gave you a link to VIP Room and Customer Service Live. Today in customer service, today in the VIP room, Kane is going to be there. I'm going to go through my favorite stocks, and I'm going to give you options. Today we're going to talk about options, maybe some debit spreads and maybe some credit spreads. We haven't done that in a very long time. And we haven't done that in a while, so I'm going to give you guys options today, and then Kane will stop by. What I'd like to do, I like to have some fun. I'll give you my exit level, and we'll look at Kane's gamma level, and we'll see which one. We'll see how they line up. It'll be fun. We'll have a lot of fun, and you guys will get a bunch of good stocks and options. Okay? Does that sound like a deal? Yeah, data miner, from what I understand, Matt is still going through it all. And from what I'm gathering, he's supposed to have done testing it. They're just waiting for Matt to stop testing it and give them the go ahead so they could publish it. They're looking at probably tomorrow. I just want him to have another day of testing. Okay, so that's coming out well. Again, it's already done. I just want to make sure there's no stupid mistakes. There'll be plenty of mistakes, but not like stupid, dumb mistakes. I don't want you guys railing me, for something. So we're trying to get it out as soon as possible. It's finished. This version is finished. We just need to make sure, everything is, the math is right, the misspellings. Matt needs to do his forensic accounting. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Elevation. Hey, Bob. Rip and Dip. Rick. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Anikumar, Jeff, everybody who's here. Good morning. Good morning. And Karen. Oh, Karen the Shark. Karen the Shark did really well yesterday, too. Okay, let's talk about small caps. As of this morning, I only have one small cap, and that's IVDA. That's this stock right here. I did not see any other small caps that looked sexy. So, and if you guys have any other ones you want me to look at, I will gladly do that right now. But so far, I have IVDA. And I'll probably end up checking once again before I leave because I'm not in a rush. Hey, Kathleen, how are you? Hey, Ringo. By the way, Jill, how's the eye coming along? How did the eye? Yeah, Matt's stamp of approval is very important. How's your eye? The cataract surgery. We all want to know how. If you're here, Jill, let us know. Okay. You want me to look at ABSP? No. There's no volume on this thing. No. GRDX, GDRX. No. Yesterday, not today. No. You see, look. Let me go through my stocks, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So you guys understand. So look. So that's that won't work. 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 Those are all over the counters. Yeah, none of these look good today. None of these look good. Oh, that's the one. That's the only one, IVDA. Usually I have two or three. Nothing today. I don't know. Maybe people are upset about the government shutdown. SLI, you want me to look at a stock that has three symbols? This is a 20 million shares a day. This is not a small cap. Don't confuse, Rick. You're making a big mistake. You're taking a stock that was large at one point, and this is a turnaround. Turnaround stocks usually don't do that well. This was a big stock that's now a small stock. You want a stock that was a no stock and now is coming up, not a reversal play. That's not a small cap. That's a meme stock. Okay, big difference. All right, let's talk about the market, shall we? I had a wrong. I had a wrong ticker symbol. Okay, I'll take a look. ASBP. Let's see. No, no, no. We want it here, not here, right here. And I had the right ticker symbol. We want it here, not here. Okay. All right, let's continue. So, what's the first red flag we're seeing right now? What's the first red flag we're seeing right now? We have divergence between the Dow and the QQQ. The Dow is not following along. This is a little too much too fast, a little too much optimism too fast, and I'll explain why as we get into the stock section. Okay. I don't give price targets, Jay Blazer. That's not how we roll. I explained last week twice in the VIP room how to trade these small caps. Okay. All right. The level for IVDA was 228. I thought I wrote that down. IVDA here, 228, right there. I wrote it again. You guys, look, I'm going to show you guys this again. ASBP. Look. Do you see the volume here? You see the volume here? You see the volume here? You see how much bigger this is? We want this. We don't want this. We want this. We don't want this. Okay? Okay. There's a million different ways to trade these, but that's not the way I teach you. Okay, the bond market. Why am I not happy about the stock market? The bond market, folks. The bond market is not going higher. The bond market is not going higher. And if the bond market continues to cool off, and I don't know that it will, but if the bond market doesn't give us much directional bias, stocks will become complacent once again. This right here gave us a little mojo in the market. So we have to be, we're not breaking up from here. Okay. I posted it. 228. 228. There you go, Naples fan. That's the ticket. US dollar. Let's look at US dollar. Nothing from the US dollar. What is crude doing? Crude looks like it may want to break down from here. I want you guys to set an alert on crude oil at 61. I want you guys to set an alert on November crude oil. Okay, on November crude oil at 61. If we break 61, we're going to go lower. I don't think we're going to go lower right now, but if the US dollar doesn't support this area and comes down here, there's a chance we may have a breakdown in oil. If we have a breakdown in crude oil below 61, we may have some crude oil stocks that are dipping a little bit. Okay, so be careful. Be careful there. Okay, be very, 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 very careful. And we'll keep an eye on it, okay? We'll keep an eye on it. And we keep an eye on it every day. What I'm expecting is a bounce here. I'm expecting this to start coming back up. But if we break down, we may have a nice little bearish trend here. So we do want to keep an eye on this. We want to keep a close eye on this, okay? And I wanted to make sure I posted some links here. Hold on, while I'm doing this, before I forget, let me give you guys links again for VIP room and customer service live. VIP room and customer service live. Good morning, Arnolfo. Good to see you here. Good to see you, buddy. My question to you is, have I been doing a reasonable good job of navigating you throughout this market? That's what I want to know. Remember yesterday, I think we're going to go higher. We're going to continue the trend. Just want to make sure I've been guiding you guys the right way. All right, gold. Gold is still moving higher. Be cautious here. We're getting a little overextended. And if the US dollar starts moving around here, we may start seeing a little bit. That's why I took off Newmont yesterday in one of our programs. Hey, Omar, good to see you here. I know you sent me an email. I haven't checked it yet. I will right after I get done from here. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Frank. Good morning. Good morning, Hopium. Good morning. So we're getting a little too far from the 8-day EMA here, as you could see. You know how I feel about that. Usually when we get too far from the 8-day, we need to start coming back down. This is too much too fast. Now, with this type of a trend, this is not abnormal, but it's a little too smooth. This line needs to be, see this line right here? I think we're going to come right back to this line right here. Okay. We may be coming back to this line right here. Okay. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks, Laura. Thank you, Jeremiah. Mark, Bob, Chris, RP. Not reasonable, but excellent. Thank you, RP. I appreciate it. David says absolutely. 519 people. And it used to take us about 30 minutes to get 500 people, Bob. Now we get, it's good. It's good. Okay. So gold. I'm warning you right now that this is very nice and I really like it, but it's getting a little bit ahead of itself. You see this line here? I would put 3,800, right around 3,800 as the next downside right here. Okay. Bitcoin. I haven't looked at Bitcoin yesterday, although I probably should have. I mean, I looked at it here, but I didn't look at there at during the session. It looks like we're breaking out or starting to look like we're breaking out or at least going to the upper end of this range right here. Be cautious. That's our channel right here. Let me get a better view like this. See this channel we built? We're right at the upper end of this channel. Keep an eye on this. Keep an eye. I think a lot of money came into the stock market because of the government closure and because of the bond market and the gold market. But I think that we may be overstepping ourselves. So I'm going to tell you right now that if we start breaking out of this level, really breaking out of this level with volume, we could be looking pretty good. But I'm skeptical because look at volume the last few days. We've been going up on hardly any volume at all. And when we were going down, look at the volume we had. Notice how much higher the volume is every time we go down. Okay. Also, we haven't really broken out of this structure. So I'm giving you all the reasons why I don't think we're going to break out. We're still moving sideways. We still haven't really broken out of this range. Volume is going down every time this thing tries to rally and goes up every time we go up. Look, down, volume is above here. We go up here, volume is below. Every time, look, up, volume is lower. So I'm cautious that this is going to be a false breakout. Okay. My suggestion would be to wait for us to get above this area if you really want to play it safe. But I think if we start coming down, we're going to come right back down. We're going to come right back down to this area right here. In other words, we're just going to fluctuate within this channel. Common trend, money into the market versus government. Government shutdown, Angie, historically has had almost no impact on the stock market. Not good or bad, just doesn't have much of a thing. Yeah, just they're not as related as people think they are. Okay. Now, if the government starts shutting down, now, Angie, if the government starts really shutting down, meaning people start getting fired, this, that, like what our vice president was talking about the other day, that becomes a problem because that impacts the economy. This is just, a little thing. Does gold have a huge effect? Not a huge effect. Not a huge effect. No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Okay. FXI. FXI, China. China is breaking out. Yes, this is a catalyst today. Okay. China is definitely a catalyst today, without a question. Okay. Should add that to your list. Okay. All right. And last but not least, I wanted to just say something important here. Look at volatility right now. The market yesterday went up really, really well. I mean, really, really, really well, right? Look at this here. Let me just. I mean, we had a really big run day yesterday and the day before. Okay. Look at this. A second. Too much too fast. Too much too fast. Way too much too fast. Too much from the 8-day EMA in this case. And same thing with mags. But look what volatility did yesterday. The market made an all-time high yesterday. Mags are almost at an all-time high. Look where mags are opening right now. They need to come back here. Look. And I'll talk about this in a minute. They need to come back here, touch this level. This is like this day right here. Too much too fast. We need to come down here. We need to touch the 8-day EMA. But what I wanted to say was this. If you look at volatility, yesterday with the market, with the S&P making all-time highs, look at volatility. Volatility did not break the 50-day moving average. It didn't break the 50-day. What is it waiting for? Why didn't volatility? I mean, this is about as pretty of a picture as it's going to get. Why didn't VIX break down below yesterday? That's a big red flag for me. That's a big, 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 big red flag for me. Okay. Another big red flag is with the trend that we saw yesterday, and with 313 stocks trading at a 1 month high. I thought I would have we wouldn't have as much fragmentation here. But when I look here yesterday, look at healthcare is number one. Utilities is still up here. Okay. Uh, oops. Consumer discretionary is still down here. Communication is still down here. Russell 2000 is down here, and retail is down here. So we still have a bunch of stuff down here. Looks like hard tech is trying to rally, but all the stuff that goes with it, like communication, consumer discretionary, Russell 2000, it's not moving. It's not moving. And I want to see these move. So if these don't start coming up here really quick, these will start coming back down. So I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure with healthcare and utilities and real estate being up here. I'm not so sure that we're ready to go much higher. Okay. And why do we go higher? Because of the whole AI mumbo jumbo yesterday. So I'm very cautious right here. I'm very cautious. Also, if you look at the Dow, if you look at the Dow, look at the Dow. Look how close the Dow, which I like right now. Look at how close the Dow is sitting here. The Dow is just sitting right here. It's just sitting here, not really going anywhere. Look, just consolidating. Okay. So I think we're getting again a little bit ahead of ourselves. Look at like just a little bit ahead of ourselves. I think we need to stay closer to this area right here, like we did yesterday. See how we're just following this line? Anytime we open up here, we tend to just kind of come right back down, kind of like we did right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was the high on the day. My point is I would be using this morning as an opportunity to liquidate my longs. I wouldn't be holding them. Okay. Now, something else I want to show you that's bothering me. With yesterday's move, with yesterday's move, excuse me. With yesterday's move, I would have expected to put the call ratio to be closer to here. We're not seeing broad market exuberance in call buying. Now, look. Yesterday, I mean, with the market S&P making an all-time high, I would have thought we would have been right here somewhere. We're still down here. So there's a lot of traders right now who are not buying into this right now. A lot of traders are not buying into this. Okay. Uh, Quit mag, rotate into QQQ. We'll talk about that, Jeff, in just a second. SPY, good for scalp, possibly. I would be it's always good for a scalp. SPY is always good for a scalp. What we're talking about is directional bias, not scalping. Scalping is always good. HPE, Cam, what about HPE? What about HPE? Want me to look at HPE? Yeah, it looks like a nice looking stock. It's on my watch list. Yeah. All right. Let's continue, guys. Let's continue. Let's continue. All right. So I'm kind of neutral. And one of the biggest reasons why I'm neutral is because if you take away let's look at RSP right now, actually. Let's see how it's looking. Let's see. See, look at this. Just barely coming out of here. See, this is too much too fast, in my opinion. Didn't really go anywhere. Just went from here to here, back to the upper end of the range, now touching this resistance level. If you look over here, same thing. Just like we came here. Let me make this a little higher right there. Do you understand what I'm saying, folks? Do you see what I'm saying, Jeff? Just doesn't, there's no breakout here. There's no major breakout here. There's no momentum. Mags are at it again. Mags. You take away the mags, and this is what you're left with. Okay? That's not a breakout right there. Let's look at QQQE. See, this is equal weighted SPY. That's equal weighted QQQ. That's starting to move. That's positive. Very, very positive. But look at QQQ. Basically, smaller tech stocks and larger tech stocks are driving the boat right now. This is too much too fast. Too much too fast. Too much too fast. Needs to come back down here. We're not going to have a gap and go with the government shutdown with no earnings. It's highly unlikely, especially with the run up we had the last few days. So I'm seeing us topping out around here, maybe making a little higher high, and then coming right back down to the 8-day EMA. Okay. No, the RSP is not looking great at all. So from the story that I'm seeing right now, what I'm really seeing is I'm seeing money shifting into smaller tech stocks and into larger tech stocks, but at the expense of the S&P 500. And you could see the Russell's looking actually really good right here. Really good. Really good. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Very nice. Very nice look to the small caps. Probably would want to buy small caps right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a rotation back into small caps. But this looks good. But we're still not all this is very far from being up there. This is not overextended. This is how the SPY looked yesterday when I told you that I really liked what I was seeing. Not today. Today's a different story. Yesterday I told you I really like what I'm seeing. I did. Okay. So we got to be cautious here. Let me look at the bond market real quick. All right. Bond market's not doing anything. It's like frozen in time. This nothing. So I guess we don't have the the jobs report today, right? Shouldn't have anything there. And if it is, it's probably going to be in the low 200s. All right. What are our catalysts for today? Does anybody want to give us our catalyst for today? Yep. You did, Richard. You did. And we were. Big run up in chips and tech, tips and checks. But remember, the market is not just all chips and tech. Catalysts. What are our catalysts? Does anybody want to give us our catalysts? Please don't say Fed data because Fed is closed for business. Ivano, the federal government is closed, my friend. The federal government is closed. Chips, Tesla, NVIDIA. Why do you have Tesla and NVIDIA, Richard? I'm just curious. Why not just say MAGs? Just MAGs. That's it. Just MAGs. MAGs, China, Infotech is what I have. No. China, MAGs, Infotech. That's it. MAGs, Infotech, China. That's it. That's all I got. Anybody else has anything else? Bitcoin is not a catalyst. FICO is a Infotech. I got that. BE is not in the S&P 500, Matt Wolf. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Europe already happened though. I don't think that's a catalyst. I think that's a result. CP&G, SYM. Ringo's just posting tickers for the hell of it for you guys. I don't know what he's doing, but he's just posting tickers for you. Ringo, is there a point to what you're doing? I'm about to kick you out of here if you just keep typing ticker symbols for nothing. I mean, can you can you give us actually something to work with, or you're just typing in ticker symbols? I don't want people just typing in ticker symbols. The shutdown, we already know about the shutdown. There's nothing new there. There's nothing new there, folks. Infotech, Mags, China. I already have my list of stocks. Thank you. All right. So let's go through all this, okay? All right. All right. Hopes for Federal Reserve interest rate cut and optimism surrounding AI is what's driving the market. Futures on the Nasdaq 100 outperformed after deal propelled OpenAI to become the world's most valuable startup. The ChatGPT owner also reached agreement with South Korea's Samsung to supply chips for its Stargate project, lifting chip-related stocks worldwide. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. And I'll look at chip. I'll give you guys I'll give you my levels and all that stuff. Gains in U.S. equities are limited as the U.S. government shutdown continues. Government officials continue essential work function, but non-essential tasks are halted, paychecks are suspended, and many workers are furloughed until Congress passes new funding. No soup for government workers. JD Vance said he does not expect the shutdown to last long, adding that layoffs will occur if it extends for days or weeks. That's the point. Key economic data that the Fed would normally take into account for policies likely to be delayed, including Friday's job report. And that could prolong shutdown, delay release of U.S. inflation data for mid-October. So we are delayed right now. We are delayed. Goolsbee said on Wednesday that the absence of official data during government shutdown will make it more difficult for policymakers to interpret the economy. Duh. It'll make it more difficult for us to interpret the economy. The Fed is going to a period where you're trying to figure out, is this transition? And if you're not going to get that data, it's just that much harder. Goolsby, you mean like not having the tariff data from Trump so you guys can't put in your dot plot summary? You seem to be doing a pretty damn good job of trying to figure out where interest rates are going to go, and you don't have any of that data. How come you're not saying that about that, Goolsby, huh? It's very interesting. He's saying exactly the same thing, but it applies here, but it doesn't apply here. It's the funniest thing in the world. How are you going to do your dot plot summary, you moron, without having without Goolsby? How are you going to do the dot plot summary for the next year if you don't have inflation, if you don't have the data regarding tariffs, which is going to impact our economy more than anything? So without the Fed, he's going to be able to do just fine. It's going to be hard, but he's able to project everything without having that information. I love it. I love these guys. It's the funniest thing in the world. It's the funniest thing in the world. Backyard Boogie says NCTY. Let's take a look. NCTY. What are you guys doing? Why are you guys giving me these crappy stocks? NCTY. The stock completely imploded. It's back down to its base. It went from 18 to 10. We don't want to buy this stock. Wait, get out of here. Backyard Boogie with his nonsense. All right, all right. Right, right. It's convenient. I mean, I'm just reading this, right? And I'm like, so you let me get this straight. You're going to have a difficult time figuring things out, huh? But how are you going to figure out what the interest rates are going to be 6 months from now if you don't have that data? Anyway, what do I know? I'm just a dummy, right? Okay. ISM manufacturing rose 7 month high to 49, stronger than expected. Very nice. Global manufacturing remained unrevised. Nothing really there. Lisa Cook, she's going to stay at the central bank until at least January. after the Supreme Court issues a notice on Wednesday delaying a ruling on her termination. That'll be interesting. I can't wait to see how that turns out. Lori Logan and Fed and Goolsby are going to be speaking today. The publicly weighted jobs claim report is not going to be coming out today, as we all know. Europe is up over 1%, but that's as a result of the US. So that's kind of like cause and effect. Sentiment was also boosted by South Korea. We talked about it. The OpenAI, we talked about it above. Japan closed higher, tracking overnight gains in Wall Street. Pharmaceuticals and chip-related stocks led the gains on Thursday. Magnificent Seven are up. Mags, just Richard, from now on, just say Mags, mega cap. You don't have to itemize them. Let's delete him. Let's get rid of Backside Boogie. Let's put him in timeout for 24 hours. How about that? All right. We put Backyard Boogie into timeout for 24 hours. The only stocks of this kind in the world, don't throw me out. Ringo, please, we're not interested in your stocks. Please stop doing what you are doing. If you want to do that, then open up your own show, open up your own YouTube channel and do it here. Stop doing that. All right? Stop telling us to buy stocks that you want to go up. All right? Here, I'm going to all right. That's it. I gave you a warning. I'm putting you on timeout for half an hour. 30-minute timeout for him. I warned him and he's doing it again. I did. I just did, Penny, for 30 minutes. Exactly. I don't play that game here, folks. The only stocks you should be looking at are stocks that I'm telling you to look at. And I always tell you why you should look at those stocks. All right. This is an Infotech. That was on my list. This is a MAG. That was on my list. I was not lazy, and I clicked on each of these to see that they are not in the S&P 500 before making an ass out of myself. Right? Look. All you had to do before posting them for me this morning in front of 700 people was come here and see it's not in the S&P. It's not in the S&P. See that? Not in the S&P. My dogs are going crazy again. These stocks are not in the S&P. One click of a mouse would tell you that. Just one click of a mouse. All right. All right. All right. Let me just, oh, you know what? I forgot. I totally forgot to do this morning. Folks, if you're just coming in here, or even if you're not, please go to the Gearbox and make sure you're watching at 1080p. 1080p right here. 1080p. Right here. They've both been booted. 1080p. And if you don't mind, give us a thumbs up. One thumbs up. One time. Let's see how many thumbs up we got. We got 248 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. All right. Bad day for Ringo. Yes, bad day for Ringo. All right. So you guys got all that. I gave you the trouble that I'm seeing, volatility. This is worrying me. Volatility is not breaking down below this level. Let me give you intraday levels. I'll start with the bond market. I know you guys love when I give you the intraday levels. All right, let's see if I need to adjust anything here. No, no, no. Hey, look at this. This is beautiful. Need to just make one adjustment here. I don't have to do anything here. My levels rock. Look at this. Folks, these are all levels except for the one I just added here. This is all from yesterday. Look at this. Tell me this is not beautiful. Hey, Infinitely, good morning. This is beautiful. Imagine you trading off of my levels yesterday. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. It's pretty good. Pretty good if I say so myself. Who here uses my levels, by the way? I know, Don. It's not good. You got to keep an eye on the 1080p. It's a sneaky one. It tries to always put me in the worst spot. All right. Bond levels. Almost identical to yesterday. Look how well they held. See how many people use those levels? I mean, this is pretty good. I mean, the only thing I just added here was this. Look, it's pretty damn good. Okay, let's see how well the spies react. And remember, I don't change them during the day. I draw them in the morning and then I forget about them. Oh, we have to draw new levels here on the spy. We're in a different world now. Okay, so let's delete all this. Let's erase all this. And let's pretend all this is new. Okay. Let's give you your levels. You want your levels? I'll give you your levels. There's your levels. Let me give these to you. And remember, folks, we don't usually have a run day every day. Let me post this for you. New spy levels since we went higher. That's the spy levels. Let's do the QQQ levels. Need to update this too. Let's do that. Let's do that. The levels are easy today. Right there. Okay. Let me give you these levels, okay? Oh, it looks like a lot of people use these levels. Or if you guys don't use these levels, just tell me and I'll stop posting them. I don't want to post them and waste people's time for no reason. QQQ, new levels. This level's pretty good. SMH. Let's draw all new levels there for you. Okay, that's about it right there. We draw these for you. I'll give you the IWMs as well. Just give me a second. Please pay attention. I think Matt was paying attention to my levels yesterday too. He actually listened to me yesterday and the day before. Imagine that. IWM, Russell 2000. Let's erase all this. Get you guys all set up for today. I love doing this for you guys. I really do. I enjoy helping you guys a lot. I really do. I wish there was somebody who could help me when I was starting out like this. That's why I do this, because it was so hard starting out and there was like nobody. If you needed help, you go to Barnes and Noble, see other traders sitting around there. Okay. Okay, here's the levels for. I know Richard uses these levels. Omar, do you use these levels? I don't know if Omar uses these levels. I haven't asked him yet. IWM Russell 2000 levels. Uh, and you know what? While I'm in a good mood, I'll also give you the Dow Jones. How about that? I usually don't do the Dow, but I'll do it today. Dow tends to be more choppy than the rest of them. Okay. Dow's a little weird, but I don't really like to. I'm not a big Dow guy. But there it is. You guys have it all now. There you go. Now you have the Dow Jones levels as well. Okay? You guys should have all of them there. I posted them for you in the main Telegram channel, okay? They're all right here waiting for you. How do you get these clips of these levels? They're in the Telegram channel. Steve, they're in my Telegram channel. Oh, there's Omar. Yeah, he does use them. Okay. There's a class in the VIP room from last week where I showed you how to use these levels, and I'll keep doing them. It's not a problem. Good, good. Chris likes them. Jim uses them. Good, good. Yep, he is a rascal. They're in the Telegram. They're in the free Telegram channel, folks. Okay. All right. So let me give you stocks that I'm looking at today. Mia, you're still sleeping. Mia's been sleeping right there behind me for about an hour now. She doesn't want to get up. Okay, we have good momentum right now, both to the upside and to the downside. My only beef is we have too many stocks that are overextended. As to the upside, mostly tech stocks. So let me give you my shorts, okay? These are my shorts. CL. One second here. Okay. Yeah, she's right there sleeping on the job. So we like Colgate. We like Team. That's right, Jeffrey. Trade the chart, not your heart. Exactly. I like that. Um, CMCSA, KView, KView. I went through VIX and I'll go through it again. KView, FI, looks like a really nice short here. Fisk, GoDaddy. GoDaddy looks pretty good. SPT, the second one was Team Richard, Team. CL, Team, Comcast, KView. So it was CL, Team, Comcast, KView in that order. And then FI and Fisk, and then GoDaddy. SPT. If you need me to repeat it, Richard, just let me know. I'll repeat it. Colgate, Team, and then Comcast. This is a beauty right here. I think this may be my favorite one today. I like this a lot. SPT. JKHY looks pretty good. Looks really good. And TRI looks really good. Colgate, yes. CL, Colgate, yes. And that one, Reuters. So in case you guys missed them, first one was CL. I'm not late today. I'm actually doing, ironically, I don't have to leave anywhere and I'm not late. Usually I'm late. Colgate was the first one. Team was the second one. This is a little overextended. I would wait for a pullback. But Comcast was the third one, Richard. This one right here. CMCSA. It's a weird spelling. Yeah, there you go. You got it. All right. TLT. Let's take a look at TLT. Yeah. Ooh, TLT is really, look at this. Dumping. That's not good for the market. Let's see what the SPY's doing. Yeah, SPY's still looking okay. No change in the SPY. But TLT is coming down pretty hard. Pretty hard. That's not good for the market, folks. This is bad for the market. Oh, and by the way, look how it hit the level I just drew for you about 5 minutes ago. By the way, that levels that I've been drawing for you, they're already coming into we're already using them right now. Okay. Thank you for the heads up there. You got it? You got it, Richard? I had a little glitch. Okay, you got it there. Good. Yeah, yeah. Let's look now at the long ones, okay? Teradyne. I think this was one of my top stocks that I gave you earlier this week in my deck. Wasn't this, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't this the stock that I gave you in the data miner deck, TER? Wasn't it like the second stock on our list? Correct. Tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Okay, let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Too early for Vold, Armin. Vold doesn't start up till about 10 o'clock. Teradyne, HPE, as Raleigh, as Cam pointed out. It's beautiful, beautiful stock. Beautiful stock. Like really nice looking stock. Like beautiful. That's a beautiful A line right there. APLD. APLT. General Motors. I still like General Motors. Made a little money on time spread yesterday. Not a time spread, a credit spread. You guys made money on the weekly cash flow on General Motors? Let me know. IONS. Damn, interesting. First time I don't have to rush, and I'm actually not late. Murphy's Law just never fails. That is a beautiful long right there. Let's circle that. HPE and IONS is a beautiful long. It's a nice looking long. Baba. Now, be careful with this stock, and I'll explain to you why you should be careful with this stock. Mary, it was just one stock, IVDA. IVDA above 228. You're welcome. So now I want you guys. Now this is up because of China. Now keep in mind, you see how gappy this stock is. The reason the stock is gappy is because it actually trades in China during the day and trades here overnight. So anything that happens to this stock in China while it's traded during the day will be reflected here. This is like trading the stock in the night session. You understand? So the reason it's gapping is because you're buying a stock during the night session where they're guessing it's going to open. So they're trading the Alibaba day session in China. We're trading the night session. So you have these gaps. So if you do buy these stocks, my suggestion is to use options because they have a tendency to gap a lot overnight. I learned my lesson about 2 years ago, and during the holidays. It wasn't on this stock. It was NVO. It was this stock right here. But they're both ADRs. They do the exact same thing. This was one of our 23 losers in the pit right after we started. And you could see how gappy it is. See how it gaps. It tends to gap a lot. Any ADR, be careful because an ADR is trading in its homeland during the day session and it's trading here in the night session. So you don't know what will happen over there. So you got to expect more gaps. Okay. Just want to make sure you guys understand that. Sorry, I needed to explain that to you. Newmont. I still like Newmont. And look, it looks like TLT is bottoming right at that level that we drew for you about 10 minutes ago, at least so far. This is looking pretty good. Newmont still looking pretty good. MGA, Magna, not MAGA, Magna International. Beautiful stock. METC. Burke Keller, KTCC, no soup. METC looks very, very nice. NBIS looks really, really nice. A little overextended there. CVS, I still like CVS. Actually, CVS was what we took a profit on. What am I saying? We took General Motors and CVS. CVS was the last one. Took profit on CVS. Glow, GLW. I still like this stock, believe it or not. A little overextended. I would be buying it around here, but I like this trend. And by the way, you may be seeing a lot of stocks that we've been trading this week in here. If I still like a stock, I still like it. Nothing changed. APTV. Nice looking stock. Now, one last one. TEL. Don't confuse TEL with TER because I confuse them all the time. TEL, right? And TER. Their spelling is very similar. So don't confuse TEL with TER. We like both of them, okay? Yes, you should use options. Well, you should use options most places, but I would only use options on ADRs because of what I just explained. So TER and TEL are both on my list, okay? The ones that I like the most are, well, I actually like quite a lot of them, but I like HP, IONS, MAGA looked good. There was a couple here that looked really, really good that were not overextended. Big picture. What's the big picture? Let me give you the big picture. The big picture is this. We've been going up. This is the 5-minute chart on the SPY. Let me go daily. We're getting too far away from this level right here, folks. Notice every time we come up to this level, we come right back down. We're getting a little too overextended for my liking. This may be the top today, and we may be coming down all the way, just like we did a few days ago right here. So I'm looking at a strong open and possibly a slide or maybe consolidation and more downside. It would be kind of weird for us to open here and then rally from here on. It may happen, but with RSP not really breaking out and with the Dow not really breaking out, I don't think that's going to happen. And if you look at MAGs, same thing with MAGs. They're a little overextended. Every time we come up here, we sit here for a few days and then we come right back down. So I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Look where we are in comparison to the 8-day EMA. We're not 100% overextended, but we're getting there. So I think the upside is rather limited here. Now, would I be selling everything in liquidation mode only? No. We can just sit here for the next couple hours or even go higher. But I think that we may be getting near the upper end of this range before going higher, especially on technology stocks. If it's a non-tech stock, I think you're okay. Because we're not overextended on RSP, and we're not overextended on the Dow, and we're not overextended on the Russell. But we are overextended on the MAGs a little bit, on the QQQ a little bit, and on the SPY a little bit. So I think we're going to huff and puff and then just kind of consolidate and just come back down. We got to touch back the 8-day. I would feel much more comfortable buying off of the 8-day than buying here. Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? Do you guys understand what I'm seeing? Do you guys understand the same thing when we get up here? Look, we got up here, we huff, we puff, and then we come right back down. So I would be looking to be a buyer around here. Okay, not around here, around here. Okay, does everybody understand what I'm saying? These are deviation levels. So first off, let me take care of some business. This is the link for VIP room. I will be giving you red meat today. What does red meat? I will be giving you options, debit spreads, and credit spreads on my favorite stocks. And then Kane will come in and give you his profit target levels, and we'll compare my profit target levels with our standard deviation levels. It'll be kind of fun. We'll have fun today. All right. We'll have a lot of fun. Don't miss out. And then here's the link for Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. These folks are amazing. They do a really good job of helping us and solidifying all the information. You know, Cam and Gustavo, they don't need to come here in the morning or Raleigh, but they do. They come here every morning and they take notes because they want to be on the same wavelength as me, and they are. And it helps them to answer questions. It helps us all be on the same page. So I want to make sure that you guys are on the same page as me today. Be cautious, especially with technology. I smell a rat. Okay, I smell a rat with tech. Let me look at SMH real quick. Let me look at SMH. Yeah, oh yeah, baby, I'm smelling a big fat rat. Look at chips, folks. Look at chips. How often do we go up here? Look, we come up and then we come right back down. So you may have a couple of more lines of upside here, but we're beyond the 1.5 standard deviation. How often do you see that here? Come down, come down. Every time we do that, we come down. This is the most overextended we've been in as far back as I could probably see. This is too much too fast, folks. Too much too fast. We're above the, look at the 8-day EMA. Look at the distance here. Look at the distance. This is too much. And you all know AI, which is what powered the market yesterday, is chips. And if chips give out, what do you think is going to happen to mags? Come on, baby, come down to this level right here. I'll bet you anything the next few days we're going to come right to this white line right here. See how this is right below the 8-day, how it's aligning and how the highs are getting lows are getting higher. This is out of balance. This needs to come right back here. Okay, so I want to make sure you guys understand and see things exactly from my perspective. Too much too fast, especially with the government shutdown. The bond market is not cooperating. So I don't like what I'm seeing right here. I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm seeing red flags. I'm seeing red flags. Okay, red flags. All right, guys, I want to thank you once again. Here are links again for the VIP room. For the VIP room. And here's the link for Customer Service Live. Please, please, please check them out. If you have any questions that I did not answer, my email is roger@rogerscott.com. Not early today, but late today, early tomorrow. I may be a little bit delayed in getting back to you because I'm going to be helping somebody and trading and doing a million things at once. But it shouldn't really impact my schedule too much. Right now, this is what the chips look like right now. Look, SMH. I would say liquidation, profit-taking mode all the way right now. Look at this. Look at that. That's way, way, way too much. Way, way, way too much. We got to come back down here, guys. Look where the VWAP is from the rollover day, the end of quarter. We got to come back down here. All right, guys, I will see you later. I wish everybody has a great day. Please, please, please stay out of trouble. Don't be a hero. Don't get caught into FOMO today, thinking that you need to take action immediately, that you're going to miss out. Please do not do that. Okay? Please do not do that today. Today's not the day for that. This is not the day. You miss out a little bit of your profit. That's okay. You'll get it on the way back. Okay? I'll see you guys later, and I'll talk to you soon, and I'll respond to all of my emails that I got today just a bit. I'm working from home. I'll see you in the VIP room in a few hours. Bye. Have a great day, guys.